beer chat today, raising a glass and having a beer and thinking of Captain Sir Tom Moore. And wow, is it laggy? Bloody hell, what's up with this? My internet on, Wi-Fi's on, that's why. Get that bloody Wi-Fi off. That's better. Hopefully it's gonna... It is seriously laggy. Yeah, you see that? Fucking hell. So hopefully it perks itself up. The Wi-Fi was on, so I don't know if that's an issue. Good evening. And yeah, is it getting better? Let's hope it is. Very well, thank you. How are you? Been a good day. It's actually been warm today, sunny, and it's bloody laggy, which is doing me head in. So, thought I'd get one of these down there. Shelby, Thornbridge. Got a 2-pack with glasses. Yeah. So, I was doing some work on the computer, and this real ale thing came up. Good evening. And it says he's live, so I thought, go on, let's have a listen to him live then, see what he's like. And to be honest, he sounded just like another version of me, really. Good evening. Yeah. So I posted something just to see if he said anything. He did actually know a couple of my reviews, so that was quite interesting. But yeah, a lot of people on there. Bloody hell. Oh, I had to chili, did they? Yeah, I don't touch chilies. Well, I was at work and I thought, do you know, I'm not going out on the doorstep and clapping because I've got horrible neighbours across the road. I can't be done with them. So, good evening. I thought, why not do it down the beer shed? Have a beer, and you know, whoever comes, and clap in the shed. Good evening. Yes, it was on the, yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was one of those beers. I got this in a gift pack off my daughter. 2 of these, it's still a bit laggy. 2 of these and a Thornbridge glass in a gift pack. I've already reviewed it, to be fair. It's getting better, the workplace is. It really is. It's coming along. Oh, bless you. Can't beat a midweek session. Oh, low-cost beer. That Barrack Clava looks nice. Good evening. That's only part of it. That's only the front lawn. It's a 9-acre site. And the paddock, though, which is 3 acres, I don't mow. But the rest of it, I do. Yeah, it's very green, and I'm putting my stamp on it. There's a long way to go before I'm happy, but I've got to grow the stuff first, and then I can start putting flower beds in, shrubberies in. It's going to be an immense year. He's going to get thousands of pounds worth of shrubs and plants, basically for next to zilch, you know, just by taking cuttings and all that. Champion ale. Oh, nice fruitiness to it. I'm not in review mode tonight, so I'm just going to neck it and enjoy. It's called Kelham Country Manor Hotel. So Kelham. It's just on the outskirts of Newark, to be fair. And I'm glad it is, because if it had been in Newark, it's about 1.5 miles or 2 miles away from Newark, but it's classed as Newark. Cheers. There's going to be a lot more going on there on that gardening page. I'm using it as a diary of the work I do, so I can look back in years, in the, you know, look back in years to come and say, wow, look what I've done. Vocation sold out the Banoffee Stout. Oh, glad I got my Banoffee starting when I did then. I'd have died if I didn't get that. It's like I wanted the banoffee. Banoffee and butterscotch are two flavours that I absolutely love. It takes a day. We're on a little ride on mower. It takes a day to cut the grass, but I don't touch the paddock. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I was on that stream, and then I pressed done, and it took me off. Stupid bloody thing. I'll have to knock it off later. Good evening. Oh, who makes that then? Because Totally Brewed, they've got a banoffee pie stout. Vocation have got a banoffee pie stout. It's going to be in a few days because I can't wait long. You know, when it's something that nice, I'm not waiting long to review it. So there might be a couple of Vocation reviews on at some stage, one after another. Nine minutes to go before we've got the clap. Sounds wrong, but I see Tiny Rebels Cali Pales on there as well. I'm not so keen on that, to be fair. Yeah, that Imperial Kirsch. I love cherry. I mean, it's one of my, when it comes to doing homebrew, it's one of the beer kits I absolutely love to do. And that's the one that nearly blew up in my kitchen. The plastic barrel expanded. I put a bit too much sugar in, and it expanded. And the wife says, "This one of the barrels is hissing in the kitchen." I says, "For God's sakes, unscrew the barrel." And it was so bloody strong. Their yeast is amazing. You can really chuck the sugar in. Yeah, I'm not really into standing on the front. I did it on the NHS thing, but I don't struggle these days. Ooh, now that sounds gorgeous. Black Forest Gatto Imperial Stout. How much was that then? Good one, good to hear. It's from Peaky Blinders, isn't it? It's funny, really, because Sadlers are the ones that do all the Peaky Blinders beer. And but these are bought a Peaky Blinders gift set out, which is kind of funny, really, when it's Sadlers who do most of the Peaky Blinders stuff. It's not a bad IPA, to be honest. It's okay. It's 5%. Bloody hell, you've done well. Jeez. I'd struggle going a day. I don't watch much TV. I've never even watched that program, to be fair. Yeah, ginger IPA. It does sound good. 7 or 8 quid. I don't mind splurging if it's something that ticks the boxes. Like the banoffee pie, 6 quid for 11%. I thought that was really decent. Ah, that's interesting to know. Do they now? I didn't know that. So I suppose they go to an auction and there's pallets of beer and they bid a price. That's interesting, isn't it? Where's these auctions? We ought to go ourselves. Go down and say, yes, here's a pallet of Imperial Kirsch. 500 bottles, what will you give me? 50 quid? I don't think it'd go for that price, to be fair, but that's interesting, isn't it? I can always remember beer auctions. It'd be no good me going to a beer auction. I'd just start spending money that I ain't got. Oh yeah, you'll get your threatening letters with licenses. You know what they're like. Oof. Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, you won't be able to buy it just to sell. Still laggy, isn't it? I'm still getting a right lag on the bloody. Yeah, I remember going to Calverton Car Boot, which isn't too far away from me, And there was a bloke there selling out-of-date beers, and I got a load. Yeah, 3 new drafts on low cost. Barrack Clava is definitely the box ticker of those new beers. Definitely. Nice fruity beer, this. I can't remember what I gave it when I reviewed it. IPA, yeah. Thornbridge. It's okay. It's nothing. I won't say it's out special, but I know, stupid bloody YouTube playing about. I need to kill that other stream, but I can't do it while this is on. Yeah, probably got people waiting for that stream to come, and then can't win, can you? Not sometimes. $19.75. Oh. Low cost told me that the barrel of Titanic beer they got went out of date in 2012. I'd still give it a gander. I'd have still looked at it and thought, yeah, brilliant win. We need it. We certainly do. I feel sorry for Chris Houghton because he's inherited a lot of players that I don't know why he bought those players. And, you know, it's tough, isn't it? You're a manager, but that ain't your squad. So with any luck, there'll be a wholesale clear out soon. Yeah, it was a stout, Titanic stout in the barrel. And I think I'd give it a go. If it tastes okay, I'd still go for it. I might message him. I might email him back tonight and say, have you tasted it? Is it, you know, or did you pour it? Did you, pour it away? Good evening. I don't know. He told me last night, because I messaged Matt Ellis, you know, low cost bloke. And I says to him, and then he told me about the Titanic. And I thought, 9 years. I thought, bloody hell. Even, I'm not sure if I'd touch that. But sometimes, well, if you look at Fuller's Vintage, you know, they've got a 10-year date on them. I'd have to have a sample first before I chucked it. You know, get a sniff, see if it's okay. Good evening. And see if it's drinkable. Yeah, let's hope you didn't ditch it. We had some wine once. Pink hair? We had some wine once, and it was a sparkling wine, and that was supposed to be like something daft like 20 years old. You tipped the bottle, it was all sludge on the inside. I didn't really want to try that. Fair play to you there. I never realised I can actually see the time on my phone today, which is handy because obviously 6 o'clock's coming. So, good old captain. Bloody hell, 1080 at the start. Oof, that's gonna be some strong IPA, that is. Yes, they have been. Apparently, the bloke who's bought it has known the owner for years, about 13 years apparently. And from what I can gather, they're going to... I've got a bit of charge. Apparently, they're going to carry on the traditional stuff, but maybe increase. I would hope that they'll go down the craft avenue a bit more. I think a lot of breweries need to venture into the craft beer as well as keeping their traditional beer fans happy. And for me, more homebrew kits, Christmas ale, old style porter, plum porter, get them kits. Be amazing. So, clap for the captain, eh? What a star. I mean, what an inspiration. Little bloke walking around his garden, and you know, all he wanted to raise was 100 quid. It went viral. 36 million. You know, you can't help but be, you know, is an inspiration. And flipping out, what a star. Absolute star. Sad that he died, obviously, but yeah, definitely. Wow. And he's obviously been in the war, and last year what he did was amazing. Not only for somebody like that, and he went from being just doing it for himself to going on the world stage, countries around the world. I heard the commentary on the radio this morning, and the commentary about it in foreign languages all around the world. He inspired millions. Bless him. Flipping heck. You can't, that inspiration. Ooh, we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want them being bought up by millers. Ooh. This is the problem, isn't it, with breweries? They get too big, they get brought out, and then they disappear. Sometimes I think it's better to be smaller and enjoy. Yeah, private equity with the people that bought it. Right, second beer. Good evening. "17 years at Miller's." Ooh. So, bit of Hobgoblin next. Got to, ain't you? As long as I don't walk up the house drunk, I'll be all right. Oh. Yeah, it was kind of strange last night going on. Mrs. Wife's cooking dinner tonight. She's doing a Chinese. Yeah, I cooked dinner last night, so it's her turn. That was a good one. Yeah, I do like Hobgoblin. I mean, I didn't know, obviously, until a certain stage that there was a banana. And this is slightly out of date, this one is as well. I don't care. But yeah, it's a bit out of date. A couple of months out of date. Should go down nicely. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's out of date. I actually preferred the old labels, to be honest. Yeah. I've told the wife we're doing a clap to Captain Tom in the shed. And celebrating people in a way in a way that suits you is the best. Telling people to clap on the front door, not a lot of people like doing that, and being in the shed doing it, all the better. And it's on YouTube, it's live, people can watch me. Yeah. Oh, I think British breweries, until you realise how many are out there, it is astounding how many craft breweries there are on your doorstep. I think Hobgoblin IPA is actually pretty damn decent. Good evening. And Krabby's, they did a Krabby's IPA, and I'm sure that what had Hobgoblin IPA in it. I'm sure it was, unless I'm wrong. Or was it Sadler's? Can't remember now. I might be wrong. I'm sure someone will point me right. But yeah, the Krabby's IPA was awesome. But yeah, Hobgoblin IPA. Obviously, it's a clever usage of the brands, isn't it? It went from being Hobgoblin to Hobgoblin Gold, Hobgoblin IPA, and then King Goblin, obviously, as well. So, but I suppose you can't fault them for trying it, can you? You've got a strong brand. Why not go over that? Oh, amazing beer, the Head Cracker. You'll love that. Yes. It's a barley wine, isn't it, if memory serves me correctly? But amazing beer. Yeah, so I did a bit of stalking last night. Went to see what Simon had to offer, real ale craft beer, on his live feed. I didn't see the chili bit. I seen him drinking some. It was steaming by the time I got on. good evening. But yeah, seems a good lad. Didn't know he was Welsh. I thought he was from the Midlands. But yeah, seems a nice bloke. He was definitely pissed. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, all about the prune juice wine. And yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh dear. It comes to Nottingham, he'll have to have a drink with me. I don't know how many he had last night when I was watching his live, but bloody hell, he looked a bit. Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah, get some beers in that I'm not going to review. Problem is with me, most of the stock I've got is review stock. There's even more pissed then. He was definitely on his way last night. I love the piss break in between. That made me laugh because only ever have I done that once, where I was bursting and I had to go for a wee, and I had to go for a wee twice. 4 hours, bloody hell. Yeah, I've got some of the Audi. I've got them. Yeah, the Audi packs. Bless. Do you know, pissed up beer reviews are the best. No, that's it. Once you've had a piss, you're fucked. That's the problem when I, go into the toilet. I go to the toilet once. I go to the toilet 5 or 6 times. 3-hour review. Bless you. And I come from a background where I work on public parks. Nice. Yeah. So obviously, no toilets. Obviously, I see what goes on in public toilets. So, for me, going to a toilet in a pub, I don't like it because I know what some of the stuff that goes off in toilets, and I've seen a lot of the stuff. Yeah, a bit funny, wouldn't it? Wife would kill me. So I get ever so, what's the word, paranoid about going to the toilet. So you get to one pub, you go when you get there, 20 minutes later, obviously, you've had a few pints, and you go in again. And it's like, God, I hope no one's thinking I'm going to the toilet looking for other blokes or something, Oh. And then you go to the toilet, there's some twat trying to sell you aftershave in the toilet. What's that about? Hey, it's the last thing I want when I go to the toilet. Some bloke selling aftershave. I'm like, whoa, cubicle. But that's working on public parks, you see some. I couldn't watch that review when I was absolutely sozzled, and I looked and I thought, oh dear. But I posted it just for the laugh. This is in Nottingham city centre. Terrible for it. See what you'll get all these student lads out on the pool. So they'll go into the toilet. Some blokes there, shot of aftershave, a £5, and they're daft enough to say, yeah, go on, mate. And like me, I'm looking, think, fuck off. Bless you. Hobgoblin. Fucking hell. Roll on when the booze is open. Into encouraging the news this morning that the Oxford virus is actually stopping the transmission of the virus. The George Michael, yeah, he liked a bit of Blackpool rock. Duval's strong though, isn't it? Duval is strong. Yeah. And, oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. Nottingham's not that posh. To be honest, we keep away from the city centre because every pub you go in, somebody's trying to sad. Bloody chat keeps disappearing. Does anybody else find the chat disappears too quickly? Flipping out. They're 4 box ticking beers, they are. I mean, Broadside, Rig Welter. I forgot what the other 2 are now. Old Peculiar, King Goblin, flipping heck. 4 absolute box tickers. Ooh. I must admit today, you know, it's been a bit warmer today. Lovely day. Totally enjoying it. Got to work this morning feeling like, oh God, work. Once I got into work again, and I was fine. Funny how you are first thing in the morning. It kills you, doesn't it? This would be a good place to have home brew. Yeah, you'd be pissed before you're walking out. A couple of pints of my home brew, you'd already be on your way. Definitely getting the banana still with this. Obviously a malty beer. Yeah, one thing my boss did tell me was in America, one of the things that Donald Trump did say that wasn't a lie, he took some tablets for COVID. And these were experimental tablets, but obviously you're the president, you can do what you like. And the tablets have worked. Now, can you imagine if they bring out tablets in the UK and around the world? Go and get your COVID tablets, especially COVID tablets that change. I mean, what I do like about the Oxford vaccine now, they're saying that they can change the vaccine to cope with the new mutant variations. Flipping heck. At some stage soon, we're going to be... I've lost all the chat again. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I can see chat there. The chat disappears sometimes. I have to remember to do that. I saw you on there last night. I looked at who'd been commenting on his chat, and I saw your name on there. Opening hours on your own brew. Yeah, whenever we're ready. Oh, wait till you can move about again. You know, piss ups. Oh dear. I'm gonna get rat-arsed in pubs. Supporting the pubs as you do. Although the best nights are the nights where you have a drink, you have quite a few drinks, but you at the end of the night you're still pretty sober. They're the best nights. The nights where you're pissed up and you ain't got a clue what you did, they're not the good nights. And apparently last night I had a late night swifter. Something from the spirit wall behind me, and apparently I fell asleep, got up, and the wife says, "Can you turn the telly off?" Off asleep. I got up, went in the wardrobe to look for the TV to turn the TV off. Luckily, she was okay about it, and she didn't obviously not realise I'd had a drink, maybe one too many, and or I was half asleep. That half asleep, I thought the wardrobe in the dark was the TV, and yeah. So yeah, at least I didn't go for a piss in the wardrobe. There are, you know. And if anybody from my personal life's watching, you didn't hear that. Prune juice mutations. I don't know what's going off. Stupid chat keeps disappearing on me. There we go. 10%. Is it going to be stronger than 10% now? I reckon it will be if you keep adding sugar to it. It's that thing with playing around with your brews and keep going until, you know, and even adding more yeast, you just keep ramping it up. An elderflower, because elderflower's got its own natural yeast, an elderflower and ginger root wine would be an interesting combination with a lot of sugar in, 6 bags of sugar. I might do that this year. Go down to the bottom, It's still laggy, isn't it? Go down to the bottom of the road where the brook is, Daybrook is, and go and get a load of elderflower, do a ginger root, bish bosh bang, get some raisins as well to add a bit of body to it, and 6 bags of sugar, champagne yeast, and I mean, elderflower does make an amazing wine. Ginger and elderflower. Ooh, that's going to have to be another brew this year. Right, what's happening with these chats? There we go. Trump toilet paper. Oh, you can have a shit on Trump. Hey, plenty of room. What? I'm missing all this bloody chat. Why is the chat not showing? No, there we go. No. See if that does it. Yeah, the chat keeps going away. So I think no one's talking. And, well, I'm having another beer anyway. Sod it. Luckily, I did a review at 4 o'clock today when I came home. The wife went for a run. Been lovely all day. So I said, why don't you go for a run? So I came down the shed, did a review. God knows where the bottle is. No, that's not it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, so I reviewed that earlier. Very nice. 7.5%. Although at 4 o'clock, it was a little bit on the strong side for 4 o'clock. Drank it. Ooh. Although I did spill some as well, so that didn't please me. And the chat's gone again. Fucking chat tonight. They're going to come at the weekend, the Beer 52 beers. Next live beer. Oh, that one's nearly gone anyway. Oh, yeah. So, a strong one. Westmalle, Dubel. 7%. Oh, I'm going to be steaming by the time I leave the beer room. 4 different beers. Although I've got another 2 beers to play with if I need to. It's them times when you go to the shop, you buy a beer thinking you've not reviewed it. You get home and you think, oh shit, I've reviewed that. Although I did actually know I reviewed this, and it's as laggy as hell. And yeah. Oh, here we go. I can actually see something. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. It's still really laggy tonight. Yeah, I've clicked on live chat. Right. Yeah. Putin, eh? He don't mess about, does he? He don't give a monkeys about what people think. He just goes, arrest the bloke who's slagging him off. Oh, I can actually see the chat now. I definitely like this idea of doing chats from the same brewery and comparing their beers. It's a pity, yes, Saturday. It's a pity that it's a very nice beer, very nice Belgian beer. It is Belgian, isn't it? I'm not dreaming. I'm looking at the beer now thinking, I hope it's Belgian, otherwise I'll make myself look a right twonk. But, we all forget, don't we? Yeah, it's definitely laggy still. Yeah, thought it was. I'd invite them in. Invite them in for a beer. Give them some of the old prune juice. They'll be shitting themselves afterwards. Ooh, lovely. Low cost. I'll tell you what, if you bought every one of their new stuff they come out with, it costs you a fortune. Vintage Fuller's beers. Oh dear. They are box ticking beers, aren't they? Yeah. I reckon they ought to prescribe prune juice wine in hospitals for people with bowel problems. These monks are right pissheads, aren't they? They're all fucking on the piss, eh? I suppose they've got something. You know, they need something to do, don't they? See, I'm not religious, so that sort of thing don't. Mrs. says you can only have 2 beers. I tell you what, Screech Out on draft is amazing. I think Harvest Pale is probably the best of the Castle Rock beers on draft. In bottle, it's not as good, to be honest. I'd love to try that Harvest Pale DIPA, but I can't get hold of it. I went down and they'd sold out. Somebody had bought 6 just before I got hold of it. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, you see the Harvest Pale behind me, just on the wall behind me there. It's actually brewed. It's actually done by Marston's for Castle Rock. Yeah, it was on Castle Rock Brewery's website. Yeah, what's the fun in brewing something and not drinking it? It's like making a porno and not fucking watching it yourself. Or not getting involved. Strange. Oh dear. I could never imagine brewing something and not having a drink myself. Although it does make you wonder sometimes with some of the beers out there. Yeah, you've got a taste test, haven't you? You made something that's absolutely world-class beer and you're not going to drink it. Yeah, sod that. If I worked in the brewery, I'd be testing everything. You know, for quality, quality control. Yeah. Walk in sober, walk out pissed. Reminds me of Menorca. When we walked into this gin distillery, little shop with a big silver drum thing in it. 4 pods where you walk up, all these different flavoured gins. And I didn't even know they did flavoured gins at that stage. This was a while ago now. And walked in sober, walked out absolutely pissed. Yeah, Black Gold. Oh, I haven't had that for a while. When this is over, I need to be hitting the pubs and getting some draft beers for reviews. It's just an excuse to get out and have a beer. Go to the pub with my little bottles. Yeah. Yeah. That'll only be at the weekend. I know. Yeah. There's definitely a lot from different breweries. The one good thing about Nottingham is we have got a good selection of tap rooms in Nottingham. Good evening. Who's changed the name to Putin? That's hilarious. Depends what pub, doesn't it? I can see the first pub we're going in is the Lincoln Green pub in Arnold to meet up with our Sainsbury's mates. That was hilarious. And that'll be the first pub we go in. And it'll probably be a pint of buttermuch. And then see what new beers they've got as well. Because obviously, as an adult or kid, as a kid in a sweet shop, you want to be tasting all the new stuff, don't you? Oh, I'll have a pint of that, please. Oh, pint of that, pint of that. Brew York, bless you. They do some box ticking beers. Next time they come up with a decent offer, I might do a beer haul from them. You know, because they've got a lot of good stuff. Vodka reviews. The only problem with vodka, it tastes the same, unless you get the stuff that's flavoured to it. I need to get some of them Grey Goose miniatures and do a load of Grey Goose reviews. So third beer, 40 minutes in. Don't know how long my phone's going to last, but oh, a note. I'm still crap at pouring. That spurted up quickly. Lovely taste though. Oh. Good evening. This is the third now. A Shelby first IPA, Hobgoblin, and now the Westmalle Dubel. The Russian Imperials up the house. Yeah, I'm shit at pouring. Oh yeah, still got the Kraken. Hey, I've actually been good with the Kraken. Oh, balls. Look at that. How bad's that? Yeah. I do like decent head. I must admit, the first time I reviewed this, it was an exceptional Belgian ale. I mean, tonight I'm half tanked, so. Oh, the exploding bottle. Fucking hell. When it went all over the shed, I'm wiping down the TV and I'm absolutely fuming. It was definitely live. I had to sup a load of it with the froth just to stop it from overflowing. But at least I didn't lose any, you know. You don't want to see beer going down, do you? You know, you don't want to lose a drop of beer if you can. Every drop matters, as Tesco would say. Oh. I'm going to be steaming time I go up the arse. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I was shocked. You know, when it exploded, I'm like, Jesus. Oh, God, it was ages ago. It was round about the 180th review. You'd think I would, wouldn't you? Yeah. No. It's only, I think it's a 375. No, 330. And the one where I think it was the cherry beer where the cork blew out. Oh, God. Bloody hell, about freaked me out. And you see, there's a reason behind it freaking me out, because we had rats underneath and then got in the house and we could hear scratching. Free delivery over 35 quid. I might give it a few weeks. I'll have to give it a few weeks. Chinese tonight. The wife's cooking me a Chinese. So egg fried rice, some spring rolls, some chicken in black bean, and maybe some duck in a pancake roll for afterwards. She's a good one. I've got steak, but we're having that tomorrow night. Got a nice ribeye for tomorrow night. I must take a bottle of red wine up the house. I've done. Now I've only been doing it 2.5 years. 1,946 reviews, which is a bit, isn't it? That's some reviews. That's basically 2 a day. 24 beers for 24 quid. That is good, isn't it? Flipping heck. Especially if they're all different beers. It's a dark Belgian ale. Comparable to... it's a struggle. There's probably better people than me. Ooh. Chicken and black beer. Trying to Yeah, 24 for 24 quid is a good price. If you can get the deal. Or you use a different email address. See, I've just got, from Beer 52, thanks to Negan, I've got 8 beers for free. And then I just need to cancel the subscription, which I will be doing. Yeah, it is a dark Belgian beer. It's I can't compare it to anything else, but it is bloody yummy. Saddlers are doing some interesting offers. They need to do a mixed beer with a spirit. That'd be interesting. There are some good offers out there. For me, I'd need mixed. Ooh. Commando, eh? So that being commando, until you let a fart out and it goes sideways. Good evening. I know somehow I've had 2 streams going. I set a stream up and then I clicked on done instead of live. Then I had to set a new stream up. Stupid bloody YouTube. It's really nice. A lovely dark beer. Lovely Belgian, you get the typical Belgian taste with it, but it's nice and dark. Very different from the likes of Duvel and them type of beers. Like a bridge, really, between stouts and porters and Belgian beers. It's a really nice beer and strong. 7%. Whoa. Working outside all year, I'm looking forward to a lot of warm weather. Yeah. And over the winter months, I broke my back trying to get it all sorted. Yeah, that's the only problem, isn't it, with Belgian beers. Hopefully they'll sort things out. Belgium and places like that, they want their beer sold in the UK. Spain wants people to come on holiday to Spain. They'll only go so far being pissy before they need the money. Me too. I mean, last March and April was unbelievably warm. I think for the first lockdown of 13 weeks, we had, was it 4 crappy days? Good evening. I got sent a Beer 52, basically a free box on Beer 52. You still have to give your details, but I'll be cancelling pretty soon after, because obviously I can't really afford. I don't really want to be put into something where I have to buy beers from a certain source. But yeah, it's all about looking at the offers. And my phone's just gone past 15%. So when it goes dark, I'm buggered. No. I'd rather have home brew. I've got lots of seed sowing to do at work, so can't beat sowing your seed, can you? Yeah, 240 for a tenner. Back at Sainsbury's in the day, I know, snow again. Another weekend lost. I really need to get the hot tub room finished, but it looks like I'll just sit inside all weekend, sitting on the settee watching films and doing beer reviews in the shed. Job's a good one. Hey, there's always I can't stand this stuff. When it snowed the other week, I had no wellies, I had no waterproofs, so I was wet, cold, freezing at work, pissed off, and not many times am I at that point of thinking, right, that's it, I've had enough, I'm going home. But I was at that point, and then I thought, no, because if I go home, I've got to come into work on the Friday when it's me furlough day to carry on the 4 hours. So no. One way of doing it. I think I've got enough beer to last me till July, August. Even looking at the beer wall now, if I do 2 reviews a day, probably enough till September even already. And I might have to ramp up reviews. The problem is you buy new beers, and then new beers, you get box ticking beers, don't you? And I'm not the only one who can be doing this. You'll see box ticking beers and you think, shit, look that, I'm having the box stickers. It's all on the wall, it's all on the floor, it's in boxes as well. Because I had some money off the internet that from my website in the last week. So I got this surprise donation, which was, you know, unbelievably gobsmacking. And then also then straight after the donation, I've been struggling for money all month because of the wife, you know, looking after the wife, making sure she's okay. No, the shed's not alarmed. No, you'd break your neck getting into it though. Audi or Lidl? Oh, Audi are cheeky for their clones. Their clones are just ridiculous. How can anyone get away with cloning stuff? No. I've got insulation. It is a shed, but I've got triple. It's still laggy tonight. Triple insulation on the shed. Then I've got a plasterboard wall, and then obviously with the, you know, with the some of the Audi clones aren't bad though, to be fair. Some of them. You won't get, you know, I've got so many lights around the garden that they'd soon pee off. Plus, I'm in the middle of an estate in Sherwood. No one would ever find it. And if they did, they started drinking the prune juice wine, they'd shit themselves before they get any further. Yeah, yeah, getting out. I'll tell you a story. So, my brother, back in the day, he was a naughty lad. And we lived on North Sherwood Street in Nottingham. And there's a pub, and it's called the Lincolnshire Poacher now. Back in the day, it was called the Little Grey Nag's Head. It's now Lincolnshire Poacher is a Castle Rock pub. Nice pub as well. My brother and his mate basically burgled the pub. They brought one of them mega bottles of vodka home. The dickhead that was married to my mum at the time, he drank the vodka and he killed himself. And that was one of the greatest days ever. He was an horrible person though. He used to beat you up awful. The beer wall was the first lockdown. I got a load of pallet, you know, a load of 8-foot pallet wood from work. And I thought, wow, I'll try and build a wall. He was an awful person though, you know. He basically drank himself to death. And yeah, he was brave enough to hit my mum. And as a 14-year-old, he went after my dog. No, 15, sorry. He went after my dog. And I got the sledgehammer. And I says, come on then, you bastard. And I meant it. And he wasn't brave enough to come at me. Although I'd have probably killed him with a sledge. You know, at that age, you know, you don't care. You just take him on. And he wasn't brave enough. But fair play, he, you know, he basically drank himself to death. And, you know, people like that who hit women, scumbags. I have no time for anybody who hits a woman, you know. Yeah. Fucking hell. I can hardly get a word in with my wife. I wonder if we'll see Barney's Marshmallow Stout again. They've done 2 now. There's been two little festivals. There are a lot of nasty people in the world. Sadly, in my last job, I had the privilege of working with one. He seemed a lovely person, and then the nasty side came out. And in some ways, it's not his fault. They didn't help him. Yeah. And yeah, they didn't help him. But, you know, when you endure a year of someone being the way they are, it's too much. And yeah, some truly horrible people in the world. There's a lot out there, isn't there? You know, I think treat people as you'd like to be treated. Always the best way. Try and be nice to everyone. Not everyone's going to be nice, but you can't win them all, can you? Oh, I'm feeling tanked. Another beer. I actually, you know, Lidl, at one stage, when they had their deal with Shepherd Neame were banging out beers like 1-0 to Lidl. Every time we went in, there was a new different beer. Since Haverwood came on board, you know, their Haverwood range, the new beers have died down massively because now they've got a settled range. And I'm hoping that Own Bargains don't do the same with that tap room stuff. And, you know, because it does seem to kill the range off. It seems to kill the newbies off. B&M. Oh, God. Belgium. Got to be Belgium, hasn't it? Some of their beers are amazing. I think I'd like to go anywhere at the moment, you know, just to get out of the UK. Go and ride some roller coasters. Germany would be nice. I'd love to go to Europa Park and then try some German beers while I'm in the area, as you say. So, oh, some left in. Yes, that steam beer. I had that last week and it was really nice. I enjoyed it. Yeah, and this is the issue, isn't it? You know, there's bad women and there's bad men. There's just bad people in the world. And you know, you hope that you meet the right person. Luckily for me, before my wife, I had someone who was two-timing me and triple-timing me. And you know how you are. Your head's gone. You're in love. You know, you forgive them. And luckily, I met my wife, and we've been together ever since. I have never ever tried anything on with another woman. Won't do it anyway, but you know, and we're luckily, you know, she was treated the same, and we, as a couple, we're not perfect. When you know, no one's perfect, are they? You know, we've all got our own problems, anxiety, stress, depressions, motherfucker, and maybe drinking the odd beer too much. But you know, treating people how you want to be treated, it's got, you know, it's the way, isn't it? But yeah, there are a lot of devious people out there who only go with people for the money. Yeah, the steam brew ones, there's lots of different variations. I think it's 4 or 5 when I went on their website, because obviously I look on websites to get information so I can post it when I do my when I post it on Facebook and that. But at 64, you know, love's still out there. There's meeting the right person, finding that person to love, you know. I mean, even in the 90s, I mean, look at that couple in the 90s, both had coronavirus and they're getting married. Flipping brilliant. They both survived coronavirus and getting married. And that was on the news the other day, and wow. Good on you. Right, my last one before before my phone dies, because I've gone past the 15%, so it's going to die soon. An hour, Jesus. So Wild Beer Company. Salted caramel stout. I'm not really a fan of salted caramel, to be honest. I bought it twice by mistake. You know, love's out there for everyone. And you never know when that right person's around the corner. A lot of arseholes in the world, obviously, but there's a lot of good people in the world. A lot of good people who are not, you know, I've got a lady across the road from me. She's the same age as me, 49. She's had a lot of shit in her life. She's got liver problems. And yet she's living on her own. And she's a lovely gal. Just goes to show you, you know, there's a lot of single people that, you know, deserve to be with somebody. So, nigh on black pour, light tan head, and it's all. See, the trillionaire one sounds nice. I like the sound of that. I don't like the salted caramel stuff. You love it, bear dear. See, I don't like the salted caramel. I've only drank it because it's on my double beer rack. I've tried the salted caramel vodka. Oh, couldn't really take it. Yeah, being alone is tough, isn't it? It's funny, really, working on your own every day. It does get, even though I'm in a fantastic job, it does get lonely. And luckily, having a bit of social media, like Instagram and that, it keeps you going. And you know, behind all the texts, we've all got our own lives, haven't we? And you know, everyone's got a struggle. And you know, with COVID, the bloody worry of COVID is scary enough, but the worry of real life as well, so scary. Yeah, social interactions, definitely the thing. You know, meeting people, you know, having meetups and that sort of thing, and seeing people face to face, you know, and the personalities and having a laugh, bloody laughing. It's so underrated, you know, going out. We used to have good nights out with one of my mates, and we'd be in there all having a laugh with the kids and that. And obviously for the last year, or even more so than that, no, you know, getting out, it makes such a bloody difference. Letting your hair down, you know, taking the piss, banter makes, you know, makes life interesting. You know, as long as everybody knows that you don't really mean what you say. I mean, I always used to tell people at work, I'd take the piss out of it, I was brutal. But they knew that I never really meant it. It was just part of the way I was. And, I mean, we were fuckers to each other at the Arboretum at one stage. And, I mean, the patrolman, he was even worse. He used to piss in the manager's tea urn. And fuck knows how he got away with that shit. And then he was stalking one of the women on the park, one of the workers. So I told him that she's got a boyfriend, big black bloke, is his boyfriend. And funnily enough, he got battered in the comments have gone off again. He got battered in the mess room and hit with a microwave. And this is not bullshit, no bullshit. He got hit with a microwave. Is in a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs by this imaginary boyfriend. And like, we all knew it was bullshit because the boyfriend was imaginary, because I was the one who made it up because he was stalking this woman. And fucking hell, there's some weirdos in the world. There we go. Yeah, he did piss in the tea urn. And the cunt kept saying things about me. So I got some chicken manure and I put no, what did I do? I painted everybody's shoes, bar his, but I painted mine with white paint. And I said, bastard, you fucking painted everyone's shoes. I went on holiday for 2 weeks, or a week or whatever it was back in the day. I comes back and he put chicken manure, chicken shit in everybody's shoes. Some of the stuff we did was legendary, you know. Oh dear. If I could remember it all, you'd all be pissing yourself for laughter, because it, you know, it just is. Oh. I mean, at one stage at the Arboretum, they turned the heating down. So we'd come in the middle of winter, you come in, it's 15 degrees. It's like, fucking hell, it's freezing. So they put a cap on the heating. Little did they know that obviously I do computers for a living, as a spare time job. So I bypassed all their computer things for the heating, and it was lovely and warm downstairs. Yeah. And the heating bill they got, well, it taught them a lesson. Don't try and make it too cold for the workers while they're sat upstairs in the office. Oh, nice and toasty. Tonight, the salted caramel was not too bad. There's no way I'm drinking another one. One, I need a wee. And two, how the hell does he do 3 hours? The real, Simon. Fucking hell. I'm 4 drinks in. I'm already steaming. And well, yeah, I know somebody who did that. Now, somebody at work, and I'm not going to say the names, because if they ever watch this video, they'll know what's happened. No, I don't. No, I haven't actually. No. Somebody at work grassed us up for not working. Yet he was the skiver and we won. So my mate rubbed his knob around all their tops of their cups. He did the same thing basically. Rubbed his cock around the top of the cups. And you're there, and you're watching them drink their coffee or tea, and you're like, fucking hell. And oh dear. And both of us are there, and they said, why are you laughing? And I said, no reason, no. And I won't tell you what I did, because I get myself into trouble. But let's put it this way. There was a finger, there was my backside, and there was their sandwiches. And that was really, you know, I was like in my 20s, 5%, and shit, better kill the review, kill the chat. But yeah, thank you everyone for being there. It's been a good night. We've celebrated Captain Tom. I've probably said something I shouldn't have said, but you know how it is. You know, in a workplace environment, these things happen. And oh god, now I'm bursting for a piss, and I can't see the screen now. The screen, yeah, because it's gone to 5%. It dulls the screen, and I can't see anything there. Oh, feeling tanked. I'll go up to the wife and she'll say, "You've been in that fucking shed a long while, haven't you?" But yeah, my old workplace was, you know, the stuff that happened was absolutely legendary. You know, some of the stuff, oh, I can't see that. Some of the stuff we did over the years, you couldn't believe it happened. But, you know, on a public park in the middle of Nottingham, we've seen a lot of stuff. Well, to be fair, it tasted better this time than reviewing it. But I'm not really keen on salted caramel, to be honest. But anyway, thank you everyone for commenting and, you know, being there. You know, Captain Tom deserved a send-off. And in our own little way, we've given him a send-off. We've given him a chat. The inspiration was amazing, you know. He inspired me in some ways to think out of the box, get out of the shithole job I was in and get to a better job. You know, a job where I can express my full capabilities. I can't see anything anybody's posting. I do apologise. You know, in the 6 months since I've left that job, I've got a lot better. Anxiety, stress, depression, it all is all going away. Not totally. I don't think you'll ever get rid of it once you've got it. But, you know, much better place. And it's the thanks really go to everybody who follows this channel, because, you know, the comments, you know, they mean a lot, you know. And yeah, even though I've had a drink and I'm bursting, yeah, it's been a good year. And you know, chatting to people, bringing normality into people's lives. Oh, flipping it, I need a wee. And it's a good thing. Right, I'm going. Yeah, I'm so dying. Thank you, everybody. Cheers. Good old Captain Tom. He's a good inspiration.